I've had a lot of people recently ask me what it means to be disconnected from your authenticity. So in today's video, I'm going to discuss this, how it happens, what is the root of this, and how you can take steps to move closer to your authenticity so you can live an authentic life. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Tess and I'm with Uncharted Depths. I help my clients break through the illusions that keep them stuck and small so they can step into their authenticity and freedom. I'm currently offering discovery sessions and you can book a session with me and the link is in the description below. So number one, trauma disconnects us from our authenticity as well as social conditioning. So I'm going to cut right down to it. When we are little, when we are children, we are given messages through traumatic experiences or difficult experiences that make us believe that our authenticity is not okay. And so what children do is they suppress their authenticity, and what replaces that is a limiting belief. This is usually, I am not important, I don't matter, I am a burden, I am worthless, I am unworthy, I am not good enough, and so on. Children will face a situation where they don't have the proper tools to understand what is going on, and they will always turn that back around on themselves. This is on such an unconscious level, but it forms these belief systems within, and these belief systems get carried into adulthood. So for an example, if you were taught to not speak your feelings, that your emotions and your feelings were not accepted in your family, and you had to suppress your feelings and stuff them down, well, that's stuffing down your authenticity. You're being told that your feelings don't matter, that your needs don't matter, and it's better for you to be quiet. It's better for you to be silent about that. And so somebody who is raised in this way will carry that with them forward into adulthood if it's not addressed. They may walk through life silencing their voice, suppressing their needs, not speaking their needs because they have a belief that their needs are not valid. And then what perpetuates this in teenage years and adulthood is social conditioning. We are trained in a way to be a certain way in society, and if our authenticity doesn't match up with the norm, then people will suppress their authenticity even more. So we're taught to suppress our authenticity at a young age, and this continues into adulthood. And so the authentic self, a person's needs, get suppressed and lost. And what replaces it is these parts of us. We have all these different parts within us that are cultivated, and we will believe that that's who we are. So for example, if we're really quiet and we suppress our needs and we don't speak our voice, we can cultivate a form of people-pleasing to cope with being in this world. Someone who deals with this will have suppressed their needs, but then they are hyper aware of everybody else's needs on the outside, and they try to maneuver in a way to keep the peace, to keep others happy, so they feel secure within. There's a belief there that if they keep others happy and are in the way in which they believe that others want them to be, then they are safe. Then they will receive other people's approval. They will be accepted. So this is where authenticity takes a back seat, and parts of our personality that are cultivated, like the people pleaser, becomes a part of who we think we are. Oh, I'm the nice person. I help others. I make sure that their needs are met, but I ignore mine. So then you take on this persona of the nice person. believing that that is who you are. So number 2, the parts within us. These parts within us that are inauthentic, that we have developed as coping mechanisms, like the example I gave you before of people pleasing. They're almost like characters that we play, that we become, but they are a part of the false self. They are covering up the authentic self underneath. So I'm going to give you another example of a part that we can have within us. Let's say we've had to silence our voice and it's not safe for us to speak our voice, and we believe that while we go through life, and so we suppress our needs. But by suppressing our voice, there can be a place of anger underneath, or even rage, because you are not able to express what you wanted. You're not able to express your needs. So you are silently screaming on the inside, but you're suppressing this. And this becomes this trapped anger and resentment and rage in your body. And so because this part of you, this part that's angry, which is valid, is suppressed, another part will replace that to express that in a different way. So maybe you feel jaded by life, or you're negative, and you have this part of you that walks around in negativity, but that part is not really who you are. It's just because you are suppressing this anger underneath and not actually dealing with what is going on within you. So we have so many different parts of us that we believe is who we are. And we wear these different faces to the world depending on who we are around. It may be different around authoritarian figures. It may be a different face that you wear to your family. It might be a different face that you wear to your partner. And so within these, your relationships won't be fully authentic because they don't actually get to see the real you. And maybe you don't even know what the real you is anymore because you have all of these parts that are covering up the authentic self. So number 3. So you want to look at where you have suppressed your needs. If you are someone that doesn't speak up, you want to ask yourself, how long has this been going on for? You want to go back to the earliest age you can remember where you felt that it wasn't safe to speak your voice, to speak your needs. Whatever coping mechanism you have in the present that is causing you suffering or causing you to be inauthentic, you want to look within and see, where was the first place you gave up those needs? How far back does this really go? And it will always go back to childhood. You want to go to the earliest memory that you can think of. Number 4, sitting with yourself and sitting with your feelings. So once you've retrieved this memory, you want to sit with yourself and see yourself as a child and what it was like for you as a child to go through this. Did you have to go through this on your own? Did you have to carry this all on your shoulders and your heart as just a little child? You want to bring compassion to yourself for going through that. And then you want to look at what emotions are attached to that. Is there sadness? Is there fear? Is there anger? Is there resentment? You want to be with those feelings and really bring them up and honor them, because those feelings have been suppressed for so long. And that's why you have these coping mechanisms that are a way of expressing that in a different way. But if you can get to the root core of how you feel inside, then you can start the healing process. You have to feel to heal. When you start to get in touch with these parts of yourself, you are pulling up repressed and suppressed parts that are waiting for you to see them. They want to be seen. They want to be heard. You have the capability to do this for yourself, where you can start to see what is real within you and what is not real within you. What are coping mechanisms and what is your authenticity? But to get in touch with our authenticity, we have to get curious about ourselves. And this isn't overnight, it's a process. But once you start this process, it's a beautiful journey of returning back to yourself. If you have any questions, I would love to have a conversation with you, and you can ask questions in the link below, in the description below. If you like this video, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and share with your friends. My name is Tess. Thanks for watching.